Hey everybody, it's Anu. Over the past probably month or so, you guys have been hearing from us about our book Quest for More. And just recently, over the past few weeks, you've really been hearing from each of the girls on our team and kind of what the story was for them in terms of writing this book and how it all came to be. And so today's my turn to share that part of it with you guys. So if you watched our video launch, we talked a lot about kind of just the conversation that started it, and then the spreadsheets and the deadlines and the publisher, and that is all really, that was a part of the whole book making. But the more I was thinking about it, and specifically what I wanted to share with y'all on this particular post, it really goes a lot further back than that. So there's a couple of things that I just wanted to share with y'all just from my own story that I think are pretty significant in terms of making this book. So the first thing is actually is about my parents, and a lot of you don't know them, but their names are K.I. and Sarah Thomas. And when I was probably, I think, in high school or college, all of a sudden they had this idea about creating a chronological Bible in our native tongue, Malayalam, which is one of the languages in India. And so I can't even remember how long it would take them to do this whole process. But I would see my mom, I can still picture it today. My mom would sit in front of the couch in one of our living areas, and I would see her literally cutting and pasting. I mean, literally, like with scissors and tape, just trying to put this chronological version of the Malayalam Bible together. And that's not something we had in our language. And I thought it was cool then, to kind of see them doing this. And then they got the book published, and they sell it, and they actually still sell it today. And I have a copy right here in front of me. So this was the project and the vision from my own parents who put this together. And honestly, I don't even know what that says, but I'm pretty sure it has the words chronological Bible in there somewhere. So that was something I saw growing up. And even seeing them do that, honestly, I never even still had it in my mind about this idea that, oh, maybe one day I'll do a book. It never even crossed my mind, but it was something I saw. So that's kind of part one of my journey with my own book that I didn't even realize was happening at the time. So the second part is there's kind of, it's more on my own personal journey. So a lot of you guys know, again, and I've shared this before, that Lance and I don't have kids. And I've told you this before, and I mean it. We really are okay. We really have had such full lives. God's been so good. And we're good. But I've shared this too, that there's still these moments that we have where we just kind of wonder, what would our lives have been like if we had had kids? And it was really crazy. Just probably a couple of weeks ago, my husband and I were having this conversation, and we were asking ourselves, we just wonder, was it something that we did wrong that maybe God was punishing us? This was a literal conversation my husband and I had, that God would maybe punish us, and that's why we didn't have kids. But in that very same day, I actually was talking to one of the pastors of the church that we attend, Pastor Amy Dockery, and I was showing her our book now that I helped write, Quest for More. And I remember she said something, and, because I was getting emotional because I wanted her to pray over it. And she said something, and she was like, you know what? She said, this is your baby. And as soon as she said it, like, I knew she was right. And it was something I had thought in my own mind. But to hear her actually put words to it too, just kind of confirmed something. And that's not to say that this book never would have come about if we had kids. I believe God, if God wanted it to happen, it still could have happened. But I also think that in all of the things we go through in our lives, even from something as sweet as watching my parents put together their chronological Bible, and even the things that have come to pass in my own life, how things have worked out, how I've been, honestly rejected from certain things. The fact that my husband and I didn't have kids, I just kind of see how God used all of that as part of the process of making this book. So I don't know what you guys have been through in your own lives. I don't even know what you've seen growing up or haven't seen. And I don't know what experiences you've gone through that maybe you felt like, you know what, God's never going to be able to do anything through me because of mistakes that I've made, or because of this or that, or my life isn't like everybody else's. I think that that's the story that I wanted to share with y'all tonight, is that don't let that define you, because you never know what God is using to actually birth something else through you. So that is my encouragement. That's my story. I'm so thankful for the publishers and the team that helped make this book come about. But I know that it goes even so much further than that. And I thank God how He used circumstances in my own life to really shape who I am, and also shape even just this book coming to pass. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much just for the support that you guys have shown with this book. Our prayer in it is that you are just encouraged in your faith, and that you really have the opportunity to learn more about God, more about yourself, and just on your journey for a quest for more of Him. God bless you guys.